Tory MP accuses of using Lib Dem rival's name to direct voters to his own campaign site. We're going to read into this exclusive from iNews, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an exclusive from iNews with the headline of Tory MP accused of using Lib Dem rival's name to direct voters to his own campaign site. The web domain purpose to link to websites connected to Lib Dem candidate redirect to the website of Tory MP Simon Jobs, the eye has found. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share this across social media so others are notified of this video. More deceiving tactics from Conservative MPs in an attempt to try and usher in more voters to get more signing up to their campaigns and promotions and whatnots, to get people to sign up to them, not even knowing. But the fact that they're even going even more dirty with these tactics is just so wrong in so many ways, to try and trick people into thinking that they're supporting a Lib Dem candidate when they could be supporting a Conservative one. It's pretty despicable, to say the least, you guys. And now, whether or not, now, unfortunately, this may shock you guys, but people will generally fall for this, even though if they get directed from a Lib Dem to a Conservative site, people may still fall into this this trap that the Conservatives are doing against the wishes of the people as well. Because people, one thing you don't want is, you don't really want spam. You don't want spam in your letterbox. You don't want spam in your email box. And that's exactly what you're going to get if you sign up to any of these if you sign up to certain campaigns, and they always have those consensus, whether you agree or disagree. They have it in small writing saying you're agreeing to this sort of thing. Terms and conditions, people. That's a very key thing. People don't read a lot of stuff of terms and conditions. But it's not just on that basis yet. This is people who are looking at a Lib Dem candidate or thinking of voting Lib Dem and whatnot, and basically and using that person's name to basically gain voters off the expense of that person's name, which is what the article here is interpreting, which is scandalous. It's a scandal. It really is. It's literally a scandal. And like I said, it's going to make people fall for it. People are going to end up, if you agree or disagree or not, you may say people are dumb for falling for this. Well, there are some dumb people out there. People will fall for this, and this tactic works, which is why it needs to be called out exactly for what it is. So, a Conservative MP in Devon has been accused of deceiving voters by using internet addresses in a Lib Dem opponent's name that directs web users to his own campaign website. The three web dormants that purple the links to websites connected to the Liberal Democrat candidate for the new seat of Honington and Sidmouth do in fact direct people to the campaign website of Tory MP Simon Jolts, the eye has found. Mr Jolts, the current MP for East Devon, and Richard Fong, the Lib Dem MP for Tiverton and Horrington, have both seen their constituencies abolished under boundary changes and are fighting in what they're expected to be a tight race in the new seat. When the eye visited the richardford.uk or richardford.co.uk and richardford.com web addresses, they all linked directly to Mr Jolts' website. Funny that his name happens to go to a different website. It is not known who bought the internet addresses, as ownership records currently point to a web domain buying site based somewhere in Worcestershire. A spokesperson for Mr Ford has said, when we talk to people across East, Mid and East Devon, they tell us they want their representatives to play it straight and be honest. Links that look genuine but simply redirect to Conservative websites only serve to arouse suspicion and undermine trust. People deserve better from their MPs, and the elections they have a chance to demand better by voting Liberal Democrat. Mr Ford, who overturned a huge Tory majority in Tiverton and Hamilton following the resignation of Tory MP Neil Parish after he was found to have watched pornography in the House of Commons, has the official website address to richardford.org.uk. According to political forecasting website Electoral Callus, Mr Job has a 54% chance of winning the Honington and Sidmouth seat, where Mr Ford is 9 points behind on 45%. And these tiny little tactics could make the difference between winning and losing that seat as well. Web domains are inexpensive to buy and easy to direct any website as long as no one has already bought the name. For example, dormant names ending in .uk can cost as little as £10 a year, with the first year coming in at less than £1. A .co.uk dormant will cost around the same amount, and a .com address tends to be a little bit more expensive at around £18 a year. Once the web domain name is owned, and it's a simple process to redirect to any other website already in existence. If someone wants to buy a domain that is already taken, they can find steps to find an owner and negotiate a price. The redirection of websites as an opponent's name appears to be a new front in the campaign publicly wars that have long been a part of UK elections. With the 2nd of May local elections approaching and a general election expecting later this year, campaign leaflets from all parties have begun appearing through voters' letterboxes. In recent elections, the unpopularity of the Conservative candidates in some areas of the country has led to candidates withholding the party they represent from their campaign material. Yeah, so a lot of them, as some of you guys may or may not have noticed, in the past, some of their leaflets have actually been green. Some of them they don't even mention that they're Conservative, and they're saying that they come across like a local Conservative of some sort, to try and display this image that they're part of the Conservative Party. All the major parties, including the Conservatives, Labour, Liberal Democrats and the Scottish National Party, have accused each other of distinguishing their leaflets at recent elections. At last year's local elections, the Lib Dems called for an inquiry into Conservative flyers that claimed voters did not require ID to cast their ballots, despite rules coming in for the first time demanding acceptable forms of identification at polling stations. And in southwest of England, the incumbent Tory Police Commissioner had issued flyers that do not state that she is the Conservative candidate. See, this is the thing. They're deceptive and misleading tactics. This is what's going on here. Like it's been said many, many times, this is going to be a dirty election. Both these locals and general election, whenever it's called. Alison Hernandez, the Police and Crime Commissioner for Devon, Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly, sent out flyers earlier this week boasting of the improvements that have been made under her leadership, but failed to mention she will be the Conservative candidate when she stands again next month. I wonder why she's so not keen to mention that. Spokesperson for the Electoral Commission suggested the direction of the domain names to Mr. Cott's website did not break any election laws. He said there is nothing in the electoral laws concerning the use of website domain names by candidates. The content of the campaign material does not fall within the regulatory remit, so it wouldn't be for us to investigate. Mr. Job and the Conservative Party were contacted for comment. So what they're doing is not against the rules, according to the Electoral Commission here. But the problem is, it's misleading. That's the problem. The problem is it's misleading. So that obviously means one thing. We need a change in the law when it comes to this. So this is something that needs to be brought up when it comes to how elections are run and the deceptiveness of it. If you want to have a so-called democratic election, you need to snuff out these kind of dirty, cheeky tactics, which is exactly what this is. It is a cheeky tactic, and it's going to work. It's going to trick voters who are voting for Lib Dems to end up who are planning to vote to Lib Dem. They're going to end up signed up and going to get bombarded by Conservative leaflets and campaigns and whatnots. They're going to get suckered into it, and they don't know, and some of them are not going to know it. Like I said, some people are going to be dumb enough to fall for it. But as it just said there, the worst thing is it's not breaking any election law, despite the fact that what it is wrong. So, what do you guys honestly think about this situation? Do you think it is an election? It should be something that should be banned? Do you personally have an issue with it? Do you think it's right that some people may get misled and end up signing up to Conservative websites, even though they have no intention of going to vote Conservative or into a Conservative? Do these tactics in any way, shape or form considered to be fair? Let me know your comments and more down below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video, and subscribe because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further and financially support me in the work I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble and Patreon for exclusive content as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.